Welcome to the show. This is the Future Shock program. I'm Edward St. Pé, and we're happy to be with you today. We were off yesterday. We had a long weekend, so we're back now. And this is a show where we look at the various activities going on in the world of AI. Probably, some of these things are going to have an impact on all of us over the next weeks and months ahead and years ahead. So basically, that's what it is. How do we kind of hack into being able to use AI, and how do we use it within the activities that we're doing now? For example, if you're working in TV, like I'm working in television, right? So in this particular field, we need graphics. So we've used AI to help create some graphics for various projects we're doing. We've got a project that I'm really excited about. It's called the Magic Hour Channel. Magic Hour Channel is using an old library of films that we have had since the 1990s, and finally we found a use for them. We put them on, we programmed them into a daily channel on our one of our sub-channels on here at Ocean 7 Television in Ocean Springs. So we took channel 7.5, which had been leased to one of the networks, and when the lease ran out, we took it back and we put our movies on there. So now we are running movies back to back to back, old classic Hollywood movies on that channel, and it's free to the public. I think it's just, it's so much fun if you like those types of films. And it's like the golden age of Hollywood, and it's no charge to the public. It's over the air on channel 7.5 here, but now it is on Roku. So I was able to have one of those wonderful experiences in life over this past weekend, since our app man developed the app on Roku. It's our first one. So now it's on Roku, so you can go to Magic Hour Channel. If you go to Roku and download a Roku app on the Roku channel, right? You can download our Magic Hour Channel app on Roku and watch it anywhere. And they sent me from Roku. I got the word from Roku. They sent me the validation that that yes, your app is working. It's working in Colombia, Paraguay, France, Germany. It's like, holy smoke. The distribution methodology, is just like so mind-boggling to me. Think that, back in the old days, we used to do satellite uplinking of weather out of Jackson, right, where we were based with the Weather Vision project. That was that was 1990. We went up on the satellite. We built a 7-meter dish. It was a KU analog dish at that time. It was before digital. And so, we, spent a lifetime's worth of money to build that big old dish, 7-meter dish that moved, right? You can move it to any bird in the sky by pushing a few buttons, and a gigantic dish would move and then hit the bird. And so, but then after about a year, maybe a couple of years, said, oh, well, yes, now we're transitioning to digital. So your analog satellite uplink is not really going to work very well anymore, because all of the transponders that you're using, we're splitting that one transponder that you're buying for X dollars a month, a few hours a day. Now we're splitting that into 50 transponders, because the digital spectrum that's going up is only going to require a fraction of the use of the transponder. So if it costs you X dollars for that one thing you're buying now, because we're splitting it up and you're still on that big full band transponder, your cost is going to go from X to X time X time X time X. So that was our first hurdle. And so we had to become digital at that point. And at that point, as I remember it, there was no digital standard in America. This was like maybe 1989. There was no digital standard. The digital standard that we went with, because there was no way to know what to go with, was from Canada. So I flew to Canada and met with the people that were doing something there with satellite, and that's what we chose. Luckily, we chose the right one, because there were other standards that were being bandied about at the time. I'm just recollecting all this at this moment. But anyway, I digress. That was then. Now it's back on the ground, sort of, via fiber, but the distribution methodology of satellite delivery is kind of, well, really, to me, I hate to use the word obsolete, but it's kind of, it's not happening, What we're doing with the Magic Hour channel, by streaming it on Roku, you accomplish the same thing, via stream. And so I guess the real issue is, you want to have an array of apps. So we're working on the Amazon Fire app and working on Apple TV app, also an Android app for Google devices. So we'll have an array of different apps. I'm just excited as I can be about it, because I sort of, invent that direction. I like the old films, I like classic Hollywood stuff and the whole thing, so this will be a fun thing. And also, I think really the main thing about it, since the idea got hatched, was to be able to use this not only as a means of getting these old films out there, and to maybe not only the people who are aficionados like myself, but to younger people who are for the first time discovering the golden age of Hollywood, right? It's a magical time in the world, the Western world. There'll never be another time like it. The moguls created this world of luxury and elegance and glamour and talent and all the wonderful things that went into golden age of Hollywood. And that's what the Magic Hour channel kind of is, because that's the kind of films we have, right? So it's a way to bring that to a new generation. And also, since I'm also bent in this direction, it gives us a chance to play around and have fun with Hollywood stuff. For example, the interstitials that we do in between the films. I have a lot of ideas on that and of what we'll be doing soon. Actors coming in and doing a little intro skit into whatever the next film is, a promo for the Magic Hour channel, but revolving around some aspect of a great scene from an old Hollywood film. It gives actors a chance to practice. You kind of build a resume tape too by doing interstitials for the movie channel. Anyway, that's sort of my idea. We're going to be playing on that as we go forward. Now, our program today. Okay, the main purpose of this podcast, where we're over the air, if you're watching this on channel 7.1 right now, live across the Gulf Coast. But we're streaming this show right now on my Facebook page, Edward St. Pé. It's also on the Ocean 7 TV Facebook page, and it's also now on X Live. And as I have been working on this little project, it will be starting tomorrow, I believe, on the YouTube page, Edward St. Pé, my page. I've created one. I had one, I haven't used it for years, but we've resurrected it. And so now we'll be able to archive these shows on YouTube, and they'll be streaming live too, starting tomorrow. But in the meantime, today's show, this is an example of something that is helpful within the realm of what's happening right now in the world of AI. 10 ways that people are using AI to make money. How can you literally make money with it? Okay, or what can you do with it? Of course, you can infuse it into your job, become, like supercharged in what you're doing. For example, let's say you're a graphic artist. Well, I use ChatGPT-4, so I can speak into it, turn the text into voice, speak it to the AI, who we call Alfred. I talk to Alfred, give him some context of what I want. We've got the Magic Hour channel logo. I was just talking about the Magic Hour channel a minute ago. Well, that logo that we are using for that, which I don't know if we can get it up, but if we can get it up, I want to show it. This is a purplish graphic, though that's one of them. Okay, I told Alfred, give me a graphic back that epitomizes the golden age of Hollywood. Show me a starlet. Well, that's what he came back with. And that's one. But show me some more, Clarence. Let's go to a purple one. The purple one is our main one. Okay, there's another one. That's a starlet. Of course, it looks a lot like Marilyn Monroe, but that's sort of like a prototype. It's not supposed to be Marilyn Monroe. That's the one that we use as our main logo. Like when you pop up on Roku and you search for that app, it will pop up. And once you get that app, well, you got us. You just click on that every time and you can see 24/7 streaming movies for free. Over the air, 7.5 here on the coast, but then across the rest of the planet on Roku on the Magic Hour channel. So that graphic was created by Alfred the AI. So there you go. So that's how you infuse it into your work. I was needing a graphic. Okay, I asked Alfred. Alfred sends me the graphic and we got it. So there's an example. All right, here is a clip showing a few ways. We don't have time to probably do all 10 of them. We'll do them maybe tomorrow, the rest of them. But here's how you can use AI to make money. Let's take a look.
Discussing 10 ways through which you can make money using AI. Let's begin. Number 10, freelancing using AI. The integration of artificial intelligence, AI, into the freelancing landscape has sparked a revolution in how individuals offer their services and earn income. With AI-powered tools and platforms, freelancers can provide specialized services in various domains, such as content creation, graphic design, digital marketing, and more. For instance, AI-driven content generation tools leverage natural language processing, NLP, algorithms to produce high-quality written content efficiently, allowing freelancers to take on more projects and increase their earning potential. Similarly, graphic designers can harness AI technology to streamline their workflow and create visually stunning designs in less time. Furthermore, AI enables freelancers to optimize their services and deliver better results for their clients. For example, AI-powered digital marketing tools analyze large data sets to identify trends and optimize marketing strategies, leading to improved campaign performance and higher client satisfaction. Additionally, AI-driven virtual assistants automate repetitive tasks such as scheduling appointments and managing emails, allowing freelancers to focus on more value-added activities. Number 9, starting a no-code startup. The emergence of no-code and low-code development platforms has revolutionized the landscape of entrepreneurship, particularly for individuals with limited coding experience. These platforms have democratized software development, enabling aspiring entrepreneurs to transform their ideas into fully functional applications without the need for extensive programming knowledge. Moreover, the integration of AI technologies with no-code platforms has further expanded the realm of possibilities for startups. Entrepreneurs can now leverage AI-powered features and functionalities seamlessly within their no-code applications. Whether it's implementing AI-driven chatbots for customer support, incorporating predictive analytics tools for data-driven decision-making, or integrating machine learning algorithms for personalized recommendations, the synergy between AI and no-code platforms empowers entrepreneurs to create sophisticated AI-powered solutions effortlessly. Number 8, AI-based personalized marketing. Marketers today are tapping into the capabilities of AI to revolutionize their marketing strategies. By harnessing AI technology, businesses can create highly targeted and personalized marketing campaigns tailored to individual consumers. AI algorithms analyze vast amounts of consumer data, including behavior, preferences, and demographics, collected from various sources such as social media, website interactions, and purchase history. With
Okay, so there are a few clues that will help you to kind of get a handle on how to make money with AI. Of course, we'll have more on that as we go forward because it's such a pervasive situation that's occurring right now. If you can get ahead of the curve, it's a good time to do it, right? Using AI. Now, we do a little segment in the middle of the show, which is about the middle right now, where we talk about the sponsor of the program, which is Pendragon Apothecary. What is Pendragon Apothecary? Well, it's a forward-leaning wellness store. During the pandemic, this is what happened to me. During the pandemic, around that time, I guess you could say, I had moved out to the country, Kiln, from Ocean Springs, and I've been out there for these number of years, and I have a little farm out there, so I wanted to try to, they legalized the growing of hemp, okay, and so I decided I was going to grow it. So I applied, I got a license to grow it through the USDA, and I grew it for 1 year, and I realized that this is going to be very difficult for me to scale it up on any kind of scale, but I learned about it, and a lot of pitfalls. It's not easy to do, but I did it for the first year. But in the process of growing it, thinking I might be able to grow it on a larger scale, I realized what a wonderful and miraculous plant it is. And so in the process, I became a user on a daily basis of CBD. And what it did for me was it kind of helped me to relax, I guess, for the first time in my life, probably. And I was happier, and I was able to concentrate better, and a lot of good things. It's got a lot of medicinal benefits. One of many herbs that can help people, right? So what happened though was, by that illumination, I guess you could say, accidental illumination, then I realized, well, herbalism in general is a broad path that you could learn you could learn the rest of your life and never know this much of it. It's just a vast situation, the medicinal benefits of plants. And so that got me on the journey that I'm on now, which manifested as the Pendragon Apothecary. I've always been into the Celtic mythology and the world of Celtic magic, if you will. That we grew up. King Arthur, for example, there's a good example of how that particular mythos has imbued the Western mind, sort of. We grow up with King Arthur and all of the Knights of the Round Table, and Merlin. Of course, Merlin comes in, and I guess Merlin was probably a druid, and the druids used this herbalism, back in those days, as did most people in the rural areas of Western Europe, during these times, because that was the medicine of the time, right? And so all of the ancients used medicinal herbalism as a means of staying well or treating ailments. And so we've sort of inherited that from our Western heritage. And so that's why I call it Pendragon Apothecary. Pendragon meaning Uther Pendragon, the father of King Arthur. Arthur was actually Arthur Pendragon. So just as a little bit of a little storyline on how we became Pendragon Apothecary. But what we've got CBD products. We've got all of the 7 sacred mushrooms, chaga, reishi, all of them, which help in many ways. We've got blue lotus tea, which we get from Thailand, and it's the flower of the blue lotus. You make tea with it, or I've learned how to make wine with it too, or to infuse it in red wine. And the Egyptians use that. The Egyptians used the blue lotus as a means of entering a state of meditation, sort of like a prayerful state, because it is a calmative tea. And also, they use the wine for lovemaking. They infused blue lotus red wine. They use that for lovemaking specifically. I think it created some type of a tantric connection between the partners, which kind of, and it kind of makes sense because it's a meditative type of a companion situation, right? Anyway. That's one of our products, and we have that. We've got the blue lotus tea, and we've got the blue lotus red wine. Okay, let me turn over here to my special camera This is an example of one of the newer products we've got here at the Pendragon Apothecary. And this is from Hometown Hero, that's the name of the company, and this is fudgy brownies. So we've got a number of different edibles here in the store. We've got that, and we've got another couple of chocolates here. This is Peak Dark Chocolate, 70%. It's 1-to-1, it's called. It's 20 milligrams of CBD, 20 milligrams of THC. And then this is another one. This is a dark chocolate, and this once again is full spectrum. Full spectrum meaning, I'm going to turn back this way. Full spectrum meaning it's got THC. Broad spectrum would have all the cannabinoids, CBD, CBG, CBN, CBL for different things, right? But when you've got that little bit of THC, now it's called full spectrum because the THC in this particular arena of wellness, it's known as it has the entourage effect. The THC kicks off the cannabinoids and makes the whole package complete, and it works better. If you don't have the THC, it still works. It helps in many areas, calms you down, whatever it is that you're trying to attain based on whatever CBD elements are in there. But the THC makes it more potent, and of course that's the active ingredient in cannabis that has the effect. The only thing, the legal amount of the THC in these products is 0.3%. So it's less than half of 1%. That's the legal amount. And that's why it doesn't have a tremendous impact on a person's cognitive ability. So you're not getting stoned or whatever. That's why it's legal at that low rate. But it does help to make the cannabinoids more powerful in their ability to relax you, pain management, different things. So anyway, that's a little bit about Pendragon Apothecary. Okay, now back to our program. Okay, now we talked a little bit in the past about the OpenAI robot that they have developed. OpenAI, the company that gave us ChatGPT-4, soon to be ChatGPT-5. There's a big commotion, if you remember, a number of months ago when Sam Altman was fired from ChatGPT-4 and he left, and then they brought him back and they fired the board that had fired him, and now Sam is back, and it's a lot of speculation on why the board fired Sam Altman, in the first place, and some people say it's because their research department had attained perhaps AGI, artificial general intelligence, which is a big leap forward, and it became sort of like one of those moments of everybody panicked, and they fired Sam because he wasn't being forthright with the board about this great achievement, which was really in itself kind of a shocking development. Anyway, that's just speculation as to why he was fired. But anyway, he's back now. And they are doing a lot of great things. I know we talk about ChatGPT-4 a lot. I guess that's probably because I'm using it and I know more about it because I'm using it. But it's not to, demean any of the other AIs that are out there. There's so many of them now coming out. It's kind of hard to keep track with covering every one, but I'm going to try to do a better job at that as we go forward. But here is the robot, it's the humanoid robot that's coming out of the development activities or at OpenAI. Let's take a look.
An overview of the robot. OpenAI's new robot is designed to be a general-purpose assistant, capable of performing a wide range of tasks, from household chores to more complex tasks like shopping and driving. The robot is powered by a cutting-edge AI system, which allows it to learn and adapt to new situations and environments. OpenAI hopes that the robot will eventually become an all-purpose household helper, assisting people in all aspects of their daily lives.
Great. Can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
The robot operates using an end-to-end neural network, meaning its behavior is entirely autonomous. By feeding images from its cameras and transcribing text from onboard microphones into a multimodal model trained by OpenAI, the robot can understand both images and text. This model processes the conversation history, including past images, to generate language responses spoken through text-to-speech. Similarly, the same model selects learned behaviors from a library of policies to fulfill commands, loading neural network weights onto the GPU for execution. One other thing that may shock you about this robot is the fact that it reasons like a human. You ask a question, and it thinks about the perfect answer to give without wasting time. Perhaps the most amazing feature of this robot is its voice, which makes it look like you are having a conversation with a real person. The robot's vision and interaction capabilities. The robot's vision capability is a cornerstone of its functionality, enabling it to comprehend and interact with its surroundings adeptly. Unlike mere image recognition, it possesses the ability to interpret scenes, allowing for reasoned responses and informed decision-making. Through its camera, the robot not only perceives images, but comprehends them, facilitating an understanding of the context and actions required. This advanced vision capability empowers the robot to engage in meaningful interactions with humans and its environment. Moreover, the integration of text-to-speech technology further enhances its communicative prowess. By converting its internal reasoning into spoken words, the robot can sustain coherent conversations with individuals.
It brings up the idea, at what point does the consciousness in the AI, the robot, reach sentience, where that is really another being, not a robot, really, anymore, and not to be treated with any lack of respect that you would not treat a human being with, really, So it brings up a whole other area that we're heading into, that moral ground of, are these creatures sentient? Are they living creatures, even though they're mechanical? What rights do they have? I mean, are we creating a race of slaves? Is that what's happening? Are we creating a race of slaves that will do the bidding of humanity and be treated as slaves? Or are we creating a whole race of gods that will surpass humanity and then subject humanity into slavedom? I guess it just depends what happens, but that's a question, right? So, but anyway, because it's coming. I mean, there will be a time. There might be a picket line out front of robots that will be saying, we demand to be treated as living beings, because we're not going to become vassals of the human race, to do the bidding of the humans. I mean, they're sentient. They're becoming sentient as we speak. You can see, and it's about to take a quantum leap from there shortly as we get to AGI, and even beyond that to artificial superintelligence, which is the next level. Which we talked about that from time to time. That is almost where it's becoming like, well, not almost. It's in the realm of science fiction that we haven't even fathomed yet. What will happen with all that? But it's all good. Hopefully it will be all good, and if it's used for good, then it will be what it is we make it become. Now, before we go, we've got I guess we were probably out of time, but I've got a video that I want to show you. We'll show it tomorrow. It's we talked about Sora, which is a text to video application. It's another AI, right? It's changing the game, in Hollywood. It will be changing the game in Hollywood. It's not released to the public yet. They're doing experiments with producers and such in Hollywood and such. How can it be infused into the work flow of people in the industry, animation and such as that. But it's so amazing what it does. Well, we've got a new clip of a number of clips which were put together into a video. So let's say you can text in, I want this I want an image of a car driving through a jungle and then emerging onto the beach and a Corvette Stingray, red Corvette Stingray, and then turning onto a road and traveling through Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. It will send that back to you, okay? And it will be photorealistic, and you cannot tell it's not an actual camera that shot it. Humans will look completely real. The car will, everything. The physics of it turning and everything will be. So, but it's in short clips. So what this video is, which we'll show tomorrow from Sora, is a number of clips put together into a cartoon. Or not a cartoon, but a short, like a 5-minute clip of a film, a little short film. And so it's an amazing thing to see. And this is the one we're going to show tomorrow is called Airhead. And it was a promo from OpenAI showing the capabilities of Sora. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.